Coming up next on Middle Tennessee News, if you are in need of some medical care, you are in luck with new facilities opening in Murfreesboro.
And parents be warned, Fisher-Price is issuing a recall on one of their toys.
And the 100 Miles of Hay extends to baseball. We'll keep you updated on all things Blue Raiders.
All those stories plus your latest weather, Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Lauren Davis.
And I'm Kristen Allen. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. Today is the opening day of Murfreesboro's newest Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, located at the Fountains. This MMC location will offer 18,000 square feet for plastic surgery, dermatology, and an aesthetics department that includes a boutique. The doctors are excited for the relocation to the Fountains because it will give them more room to grow.
Well, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, or the CPSC, issued a consumer warning about the Fisher-Price Rock and Play due to reports of infant deaths after the baby rolls over on the product. The CPSC warns parents and caregivers to stop using the product at the age of 3 months due to infants beginning rollover behavior at that age. Authorities are aware of 10 infant deaths since 2015, and all 10 infants were over 3 months of age. The CPSC and Fisher-Price warn parents to create a safe sleep environment for babies using a bassinet, crib, playpen, or inclined sleeper. Never obstruct the baby's sleeping area with pillows, blankets, or stuffed animals, and be sure to always place infants on their backs.
THP's Operation Incognito kicks off today in Tennessee. This operation was designed to eliminate distracted driving on the highways, back roads, and interstates. The Tennessee Highway Patrol tweeted this morning, "The Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security, along with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, are proud to support the Tennessee Highway Safety Office and Operation Incognito. We all must work together to stop distracted driving. Enough is enough."
Maple Alley, located off West Vine Street and behind Maple Medical Clinic, is one of many empty lots being sold off by the city of Murfreesboro.
Maple Medical Clinic. Since plans didn't go as well as they planned on selling the lot. The price is still in the air since it has been requested for purchase. Council members have not came up with the price yet.
A few years ago, called the Maple Street Alley. We had a small area there that was identified for transformers and electric utilities. During the course of the project, we found out that the utilities could not be located there, and so we completed the Maple Street Alley project. And this land remains as surplus now, and the city has an offer from the adjacent property owner to acquire that from the city and then use it for parking for the Maple Street Medical Clinic.
City council members also discussed this plan in the city council meeting.
Doesn't really have a need for it. The adjoining property owner there has indicated he would like to buy it and have it. He's been parking on it as it is, and probably he'll put some pavement down on it. Right now it's a gravel lot, but that he would buy it for parking for his building.
Well, eliminating lots such as Maple Alley will help the city save funds to allocate to different areas of the city. The City Council has not yet come up with a price for the Maple Alley lot.
Tennessee's new bathroom bill, if introduced, could affect the transgender community. House Bill 1151 would charge people with indecent exposure if they were to expose themselves while doing tasks like using the restroom, changing in the locker room, or dressing room designated for the opposite sex. The bill was amended last month to also include other areas such as parks, playgrounds, and even portions of apartments and hotels that are not part of actual housing. The bill does not specifically mention transgender transgender individuals, but it does state that gender conditions such as gender dysphoria or confusion do not serve as a defense. To see the bill in its entirety, visit Tennessee.gov.
Well, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is seeking assistance in locating a missing teen. 17-year-old George Centialis has been missing from Rutherford County since April 3rd. It is unknown who is accompanying George, and if you have any information, the Sheriff's Office asks that you contact Detective Joseph Duncan at 615-904-3041. Well, I really hope that he is found and we can find people. And, today definitely was not a good day to be outside at all, with the weather and everything coming in.
Super gloomy out there. I hope
Very
this
much
weather
so.
goes away soon. Emily, what's it looking like right now?
Yeah, guys, well, if you're outside on campus, you probably might be getting a little wet because today we are having some scattered, storms. It will continue as the day goes on. If you are headed, on your way to Nashville tonight, just be careful because we are going to be seeing some showers. Keep your distance from, cars. You never know what's ahead of you. So right now we are sitting at about 70 degrees. The showers, like I said, they are scattered, so you'll be seeing it on and off today. As for the humidity, it is 90%, so it is kind of humid outside. And then the wind is sitting at 6 miles per hour, so not too windy, but definitely a little bit to get your hair messed up. So back to you, Kristen and Lauren.
Thank you, Emily. Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, our Studio M reporter takes a dive into the stock market to predict when our next recession will be.
And gas prices are climbing. And how will that affect the start of your morning? That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Sculpting the perfect body takes time. Quitting smoking does too. But with a little help, you can do it. Get the resources and support you need to quit smoking from the American Cancer Society at cancer.org/smokeout.
Hannah is bright, talented, and she's been so brave. Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. So we've essentially put our lives in South Africa on hold. Incredibly blessed to be here. St. Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely to the rest of the medical world. The entire way that the place operates is just to give and to care. I think it's the kind of place that not only stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer, but I think it could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. And I think if those lessons could be learned, even in their most basic form, this world could be a better place.
Repeat after me. Apple, table, penny.
Apple, bread.
I remember watching Dad with the kids and thinking, geez, in 6 years, will he even know who they are?
Ask me again.
1 in 10 Americans over 65 has Alzheimer's disease. Learn more today at brightfocus.org.
What does it look like when a life is truly changed?
I feel a sense of accomplishment because I built a house. This house has brought us financial independence.
Every family dreams to have their own house. This house changed our lives.
Habitat for Humanity is at work in your community and around the world. Through shelter, we empower.
The next recession, when will it happen? There was a slight drop in the stock market at the end of last year that caused some alarm, and Studio M reporter Joseph Choi spoke with a consumer researcher about what this means and what we should expect.
That everyone is talking about when the next recession might hit. Consumers and business leaders reported having less confidence in the market late last year, but these levels have since begun to rebound, according to the most recent data from MTSU's Consumer Confidence Report.
In the report that I wrote up about it, I indicated that I didn't expect to see a big increase in consumer spending because we also saw an uptick in the percentage of consumers who say they're going to save more and try to get out of debt, specifically credit card debt.
And as for when the next recession will hit, that's still hard to tell.
We don't know. No one can really predict when the next recession, but we know we're going to have one. That's just the way the economy is. It goes up, it goes down. But I think maybe some of the things we went through last year, especially with the wild stock market right at the end of the year, that seems to have kind of leveled off, and we're now we've got a definite uptick in the stock market. But I think it got people's attention.
According to Grave, consumer confidence in Tennessee's economy, especially in Middle Tennessee, is actually higher than the national average. He doesn't expect this to change in the near future, and concentrating on savings may be a key part in maintaining that.
Because we do want consumers saving money. We do want consumers out of debt because that sets the foundation for much greater long-term spending so that they have the money to spend in the future.
Governor Bill Lee's recent budget proposal also called for a boost to the state's rainy day fund. With the future of the economy still uncertain, now seems to be the time to start saving. For Studio M, I'm Joseph Choi.
Well, although things look uncertain right now, Dr. Grafe says that Middle Tennessee's economy is uniquely strong due to its diverse makeup. That, along with new business growth, could help shield the area from economic downturn.
Well, gas prices continue to climb across the country as crude oil stock declines and prices grow, according to the AAA's gasoline report. At the start of 2019, national gas prices averaged $2.24 per gallon and has risen nearly 50 cents higher for regular gas in the past 3 months. Tennessee gas prices have increased extremely in the past as well, from its lowest average of $1.95 per gallon to $2.52 per gallon for regular gas prices are what regular gas prices are looking like. They will rise for the next few months.
Well, closures are expected on I-65 for the next 2 weeks. The Tennessee Department of Transportation contract crews will be closing lanes on I-65 north and south at Moores Lane in order to complete a bridge repair project. The closures will start tonight and will last through Monday, April 15th. Starting Wednesday morning, part of the work will require a 48-hour continuous lane closure. The lane closures will have a significant impact on traffic over the course of the repair. The repair project is set to be completed by April 18th.
A recognition that is unforgettable. An MTSU student portrait of one of the actors in the smash hit movie Us was mentioned and recognized for his amazing masterpiece.
Barry, a junior and graphic design major at NTSU, who is from Union City, who now lives in Nashville, answered a challenge to create artwork inspired by the new upcoming horror film. He had decided on a portrait of the actress Lupita Nyong'o and displaying the dual role she plays in the movie. A beautiful yet baffled and scary as the characters. And it was an endless opportunity many others wish they could achieve.
She had posted on Twitter and everything. It was crazy. Like, still to this day, I still can't believe that all this has happened in such a short amount of time. But yeah, I was really excited. I was happy to see it.
Mayberry had decided drawing since he was about 4 or 5 years old and had gradual practice to get to where he is today. Mayberry creates his artwork in a Photoshop, and to each creation is a unique way he views the world.
Watching him create in general, just by looking at something or whatever he's thinking in his head, just watching that, translate to this phenomenal appearance of something.
Mayberry will be enjoying the feeling of watching his artwork in one of the films. In Murfreesboro, Christina Gilbert, Middle Tennessee News.
Mayberry will continue to master his craft while also learning new skills. You can see more of his artwork on his Instagram. Excuse me. You will see more of his artwork on Instagram at PMayXArt.
Well, still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Emily Heim, will let us know how these storms will be affecting your morning tomorrow.
That's coming up next.
Turn off your lights for Earth Hour. For our forests, our rivers, our oceans, our wildlife, and for our climate. For our Earth. Earth Hour, March 30th, 2019.
Your zip code. Just one number different, and you might have a whole other life. Different school, different job, different dreams, different problems. In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. The Y works to change that, with programs and services that help everyone thrive, no matter who you are or where you're from. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Breast cancer kills more than 41,000 people each year in the U.S. alone. That's unacceptable. That's why by 2026, Susan G. Komen will cut the number of breast cancer deaths in half. We'll get there by helping those who can't pay for treatments, by funding breakthroughs in research that save lives, by ensuring that all people receive the care they need. We'll get there, but only with your help. So, are you in?
My mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any catastrophe that was on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
So as we look into today's weather, if you're outside, we are having some scattered showers here and there. If you woke up this morning, you probably were rained on a little bit on your way to work, but currently we are at 70 degrees outside, so it does feel, pretty good. You don't really have to have a heavy jacket on or anything. Humidity is sitting at 90%, so it is quite humid, and the wind is at 6 miles per hour, so not too windy. And as we move into tonight's weather, as you make your way home from work, school, just be prepared to drive into some rain, some showers. Keep your distance from cars because that rain is going to be coming here and there. The low will be 59 degrees with humidity staying at 90% and wind at 6 miles per hour. And now as we move into the 5-day forecast, Tuesday it's going to be partly cloudy. I can't see. It's going to be 77 degrees, almost hitting 80 degrees. So it is going to be quite warm with a low of 46. As we move into Wednesday, it will be 78 degrees. So like I said, again, it's going to be hitting almost 80 degrees. So it is going to get hot. It's going to start feeling like summer with a low of 60. And then Thursday, we're actually hitting 80 degrees, but it will be cloudy. So we'll probably be feeling a lot of humid instead of, more sunshine or things like that. With a low of 55. And then as we move back into Friday, it will be rainy again. We are getting through the week with at least not too much rain. So with a low of 47, and that is all I have for our 5-day forecast. Back to Kristen and Lauren.
Thanks for that, Emily. I do want to apologize real quick for coughing my head off on that last story. Bronchitis, it really gets you.
Yeah, especially with all this weather going on, too.
Yes,
it doesn't
for
help
sure.
anything.
But still ahead, the MT Raiders took home a win from rivals WKU.
That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News. Don't go away.
Turn off your lights for Earth Hour. for our forests, our rivers, our oceans, our wildlife, and for our climate. For our Earth. Earth Hour, March 30th, 2019.
Your zip code. Just one number different, and you might have a whole other life. Different school, different job, different dreams, different problems. In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. The Y works to change that, with programs and services that help everyone thrive, no matter who you are or where you're from. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Breast cancer kills more than 41,000 people each year in the U.S. alone. That's unacceptable. That's why by 2026, Susan G. Komen will cut the number of breast cancer deaths in half. We'll get there by helping those who can't pay for treatments, by funding breakthroughs in research that save lives, by ensuring that all people receive the care they need. We'll get there, but only with your help. So, are you in?
My mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any catastrophe that was on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
Well, Kristen, I think the viewers know by now that this is coming up on the favorite part of my newscast because I am completely uneducated within the sports realm. Please tell me that you know a little bit more than I do.
Lauren, this is definitely a team effort because I don't think either one of us know what's going on as far as sports goes. But hopefully Trenton Gray can join us from the MT Sports Den to tell us what's going on in the sports world.
Well, Friday night began a 3-game series between MTSU and Western Kentucky. MT baseball took the first game 13-4. Saturday night, the bats were still hot for the Raiders. In the 5th, Huff was at bat. Singles to right. Freeman Jr. scores. Pruitt scores. That makes it 10-4 Raiders. The 5th would be a long inning for WKU. And Tonini up to bat. He singles. Another run would come home for the Raiders. Next inning, WKU starting to come back. Run scores there. Same inning, bases loaded, Constantine. Grand slam. MT would be able to survive though. They would beat WKU 13-10. MTSU baseball will go on to win the last game 11-4 and sweep WKU. MTSU softball began their series on Saturday as they took on UAB. MT softball was hitting the ball well in this game. Single by Ryan King. UAB tries to get something going here, but a pop-up will retire the side there. Summer Burgess up to bat. She would have 3 hits and an RBI in this game. MTSU softball will go on to win this game. They won 6-5. In the second game, UAB would tie the series. They won that one 3-1. The third game will get canceled due to rain. MTSU Junior Day was Saturday. Some high school football players from Tennessee came out. Nick Lowry can't wait to come back to MTSU. Curtavian Wisnett from South Pittsburgh attended. Corey Stewart from East Nashville attended. Zachary Delfdahl from Mount Juliet attended as well. MT football will have its spring finale Saturday at Ford Stadium at 1 o'clock. The first 300 people to attend will get a free clear bag. Now let's send it back to Kristen and Lauren.
Well, thank you so much, Trenton. Now I feel like I can go home and like talk to my dad at the sport, at the table about some sports that's been going on.
Still a little iffy about that one.
Well, family crime detectives Andrea Knox and Reverend Earl Singleton have planted the Pinwheel Garden at Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. In 2008, Prevent Child Abuse America introduced the pinwheel as the new national symbol for child abuse prevention. The pinwheel can be seen all over Cannon and Rutherford counties, as well as nationwide, to symbolize the prevention of child abuse through the Pinwheel for Prevention Project. They are also planted to recognize National Child Abuse Prevention Month each April. During this month, communities are encouraged to increase awareness and provide education and support to families through resources and strategies to prevent child abuse and neglect, said the Children's Bureau of said the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Lauren Davis.
And I'm Kristen Allen. If you missed any of this show or any of our other shows, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. We'll see you tomorrow.